So I'm down on Lindo channel, just downstream from the Esplanade, and it's just so disheartening for me to come down here. It's just, you know, when you look at this, you know, it's like, how do you respond to this? How do you... I've only seen trash like this, you know, in a creek waterway in third world countries. Never seen this in America in my life in person. I know it has existed, but you know, just so hard to stomach, especially given that I'm gonna do my best not to get these camps up there. We've all seen the camps. I mean, they look like a, you know, somebody dropped a couple bags of trash from 10,000 feet and just exploded on impact on the ground. You know, yeah, I mean, I hope you take the time to pull this up in 4K on your big screen TV and just look at the volume of trash that's hiding in there. Let's go up here and have a discussion about some other things. So on the way to one spot I want to look at, you know, this was all covered in water yesterday. It'll probably be covered in water shortly. Got some rain forecasted. So the city was down here. Well, before I get to that, you know, I think it's important to remember that, you know, a couple of years ago, if you had done a cleanup in Chico, chances are you were down here picking up trash. Chico First was down here. CCW, Chico Community Watch, was down here. You know, Rob Berry and Daniel Bringoff were running these groups, and they would mobilize armies of volunteers to come down here and do cleanups and all across the city. And the city responded by saying thank you and keep up the good work, and patted them on the back and said please do it again, because the city had no desire, made no effort to keep these areas clean. And they have every tool available to them that every other city does, and, you know, much to their claims, they're not doing anything, right? They're not really doing anything about, you know, protecting this environment. So we end up with this, and it's just frustrating to see over the course of years how many people spent hours down here on a weekend to clean up, right? And then you come back down here and it's just trashed again. Let me go around this tree. Sorry, I'm having to watch my step a little too. So I'm looking for a specific spot I was at yesterday. I took some pictures and I posted them on Facebook, and here we are. So the question on the Facebook picture was, how many batteries do you see in the water? So this was in water yesterday. Let me get this so camera view straighten out. So that battery was underwater. Then there's a battery here that was underwater. Battery here that's underwater. Battery here that's underwater. And I don't know if anybody noticed, that's a syringe. And it was all bright and orange yesterday in the picture, like that. And it was just kind of put that out there for people to look and see. You know, we've got birds over here like digging through this stuff, and there's more batteries around here. You know, they pop it with the water, rinses the dry slime off them, make it stand out a little more. But you know, it's just overwhelming to think about all the man hours that has been spent down here to clean up, and then the city's universal response is, oh, thank you, and, you know, please do it again. No, we're not going to do anything to keep it clean, and no, you know, we can't do anything about the campers. It's all just bullshit. You know, let's be honest, You know, they have every ability to do things about the campers. It's just a matter of will and desire, and the will and desire is just not there, right? So the city was down here yesterday, and it was the funniest thing to me because, you know, it's just a good example of city employees keeping themselves busy to ensure they have a job tomorrow, right? They're down here painting these walls. They had a sprayer out here, and I guess somebody was out rolling the day before. And good for them, right? Yes, graffiti's bad. Yes, you know, we need to get rid of graffiti, but to come down here and paint these walls, and it was just funny to me because it's like they're not going to do anything to stop the next graffiti artist. You know, they're not going to do anything to stop or enforce, you know, anything about this area, right? This is like a free zone. You can come down here and do whatever you want, have a fire, you know, it doesn't matter. The city won't do anything, right? And so they put up these great new canvases for the next graffiti artist to come to. See if I can get down here without breaking a leg. Right, so we have this nice new shiny clean wall, right? And you know, I'd be all for it if there was actually going to be some follow-up, right? Like even some basic patrolling of the area. But they had like 3 guys. They had to set up a ladder, and it was just the funniest thing, right? Because they're just creating a new environment for more graffiti, right? So, you know, kudos to them. You know, they'll have a job next week. Come back down here and spray it. And the week after that, they'll have a job. Come back down here and spray it. You know, and it will continue forever because there's no enforcement. There's no accountability. You know, and it's just the way of Chico City, right? They look for solutions, or excuse me, they look for fixes and not solutions. So they'll come down here and spray paint it and yay, we fixed it, look, we fixed it. But there's 0 solutions. Right, nice broken candle that'll end up under somebody's foot somewhere on a beach in 100 years. You know, and so, you know, a lot of people bag on me for bagging on the city, but you know, hopefully you listen to my perspective a little bit and you understand, you know, my frustration and you know, why I have this viewpoint. I didn't come to Chico with this viewpoint. You know, I didn't come to Chico with this negativity. I came to Chico looking for a beautiful environment to hang out in. Instead, I found Chico. You know, a city on the decline, a city that's planning to decline even farther, a city that's taking steps to ensure it will continue to decline for the immediate future. So what are you willing to do to stop that declination? Think about that.